Hi, I'm Krystena Petrakas for FranchiseSales.co.uk, and today I'm talking to franchise manager of the Cherry Tree, Sarah Nias.
The Cherry Tree is actually a family concept. We sort of came up with the idea back in 1997. It started off with literally my mother making a couple of chutneys in our kitchen and selling at local farmers markets, and the demand for her products grew so much that she then joined forces with a larger manufacturing company that had the facilities to cope with the demand, and it sort of led from there really. 14, nearly 15 years later, we're now obviously a fully fledged franchise company with 10 franchisees buying our produce and selling it onwards. So we started from one local farmers market week to 10 franchisees that run 5 or 6 markets in their own territories a week.
What would you say is your approach for picking the right franchisee for the Cherry Tree?
We know now, I think, after sort of 2.5 years of franchising, what we're looking for. We just look for people with certain sort of characteristics: outgoing people, people who are comfortable with sales, people who perhaps are actually looking for something completely different. So people who are looking perhaps at a complete break, and people who are outgoing, are confident with sales, don't mind working all weathers from 5 in the morning and working hard.
You said that you've now got 10 franchises. How has that growth been? How many years has it taken to get there?
We took our first franchisee on in May 2008. We realised it was a really good model for franchising, sort of 2007. It took us about a year to come up with our model and get prepared. Our first franchisee came on in 2008, and as I say, we've got 10 now up and running.
And as you're growing, is there any changes you've made to the model? Has the model kind of been developed in any way? What's been the input?
Currently, we still have the same model in place. However, we're now come to a point where we're actually reviewing that, perhaps considering changing the model slightly. We're aware that we may have to increase or change territories according to our franchisees' needs. So we need to move with the times according to what the franchisees need.
And in terms of people looking for a franchise, what advice would you give them in terms of looking for the right franchise for a specific person?
I do believe you have to be passionate about what you do. That certainly comes through, and certainly with our franchise, direct sales to the public. For us, I feel you have to be passionate about food. You have to not mind the general public. I would say, have a passion for what you want to go into or looking at, because remember, you're doing it every day. And so I think passion, just drive and ambition, dedication, and not afraid of change, willing to change with the times. If the franchisor sort of takes a different approach and we bring in sort of new things or new ideas, you'd be willing to change with the time.
It was a family business. Has it still got that kind of family feel? Do you feel like it will always run in the family?
Yes, I mean, I'll always have an input in it. I feel that with franchising, obviously, it can change its form, I suppose.
Yeah.
You can't have, essentially just a family business when you've got franchisees all over the country, because it's not homed into one area. But yes, there is that family element about it, the roots it started from. And I'd like to see, the input I have in it is I'm quite passionate about the brand, and that hopefully comes through with my sort of dedication to it. So yeah, the hope is that it will stay with the idea and the concept that we had from the word go.